Well, like any farmer, probably the number one challenge is the weather. That changes daily and that changes weekly, and we always have to work with that, particularly being a produce farmer, because we are planting and harvesting and cultivating constantly throughout the season, and so the weather has an impact on that. Probably the next impact we have is the changing seasons for the insects and the various diseases that we have to deal with as organic farmers. We have to work more with nature in solving some of those problems rather than working against nature and just spraying something that's going to take care of the problem. And that changes throughout the season. That changes with the variety of insects that might be around. It changes with the possibility of disease that might be around. And so that is a constant ongoing challenge from season to season to season to season. Those are probably the two biggest ones that we have to deal with. Everything else at this point after 18 years is not routine, but is better known, better predicted. Well, I truly believe it's the future of farming. I think not only producing food locally, but producing it in an organic manner, a sustainable manner, is the future of farming. As farmers, we need to go to it because it seems to be about the only way eventually we're going to be able to do it sustainably. Eventually the price of oil, the price of natural gas, things that conventional farmers rely on, is going to get prohibitively expensive. So we need to find a way to do this without using those sort of inputs. Secondly, we're finding more and more about the food we're eating and its impact on our health. And I think the future is going to tell us that if we really want to save money in health insurance, if we want to reduce the load on hospitals and the number of illnesses and sicknesses, the rates of cancer and diabetes, well, we need to take a closer look at the food that we're eating. And not just processed food, but even the raw foods we're eating. You know, are they as nutritionally dense as they could be? And is that important to our health? And I think we're going to find that that is. So Pinehold is just one small effort in this whole push. There's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of us in the state alone. Wisconsin is one of the leaders in this country in organic farming. And so we're just a small part of that. I don't want to say that we're spearheading anything as an individual farm, but I think as a group of farmers, we are a bit out on the cutting edge of what I believe is going to be the future of farming. I've been a member of the Midwest Renewable Energy Association for 20 years, and I have always been interested in the idea of renewable energy. So when we bought this place, next to getting the land ready for planting, on my mind was putting in renewable energy systems. Initially I was going to put a wind generator in, but things just worked out better for us to go to photovoltaics. And we put one system in about 5 or 6 years ago. That has proven to be very successful for us, and we followed that up with a second system on the plow shed that's even larger. What that's meant for us is a savings in electricity. Being a farm, we're running wells, we're running walk-in coolers, and then of course all the household appliances and things like that. Last year we had a net positive electric account with We Energies, if we want to put it that way. They actually paid us $200. So we had no electric bill and made $200. So that's a significant savings for us. But that was never our intent, was as a financial move for us. Our intent was always to just do what we thought was the right thing. We wanted to produce energy with the sun, and we wanted to supply that energy to ourselves and to our neighbors. That was our first priority, and to maybe take a little more, or put a little less carbon in the air. The fact that we're making money at it, the fact that the systems are actually paying for themselves, that's the icing on the cake. I like this kind of farming one thing that attracts it to me is we work for people. We don't work for a corporation, or we don't work for Wall Street or a commodity or something like that. We grow food that people eat, and they could come to the field here and pluck it from the field and eat it. And when they enjoy that, when they want to come back for more, when they continue to sign up with our CSA program, I enjoy that. It means I'm doing something for them, and when you're doing something for somebody, it's like you don't have to get paid for it. Now, we need the money, but it's like you don't even have to get paid for it. That's almost recompense enough right there. So I would say working outdoors in a clean environment and producing something for people that really do seem to want it, that's what I like most about this job.